Guys, welcome back to the vlog. In the last episode, we did a lot of stuff to this car. We changed the belt, the air filter, the coolant. So in the last video, the only thing we were missing was changing out the cabin air filter. I've already done that in another video, so I'm not going to include it in the video before this one or this one, because when I had my white Maserati, I already changed out the air filters, and you can check out that video right in the description down below if you want to see that. I missed this car. I haven't driven it all this week. I've been daily driving this car for about 3 months, and I already put 10,000 miles on it. Absolutely insane. That's why we're doing all the servicing on this car. I'm going to find out what other items need to be serviced, like the spark plugs and stuff like that. If you've been tuning in, this rim was actually kind of like oval a little bit, so it got corrected and it got repainted, so looking fresh. But yeah, it's been a long journey with this car already. So many problems, but these problems aren't really typical. It's mostly due to neglect from the previous owner, like that tire, you know, probably hit like a really mean pothole, and that's why it was not like completely circular. Make sure if this is your first time, you should definitely get help. But if this is your first time, what you want to do is loosen up each lug nut while the car's on the floor. And then now that the car's all jacked up and everything, we're going to take out each and every lug nut. All right, everybody, we finally got each and every single tire off. The calipers are looking pretty dirty, so I might clean them a little bit. But now we're going to get to the meat of the video, where we're finally going to change out the brake fluid. You can see, if you want to know what type of brake fluid it is, it says right on the top, DOT4. What I specifically use after much research is this, the Type 200 DOT4. A lot of BMW owners use it, so I decided to use it in mine. And then we have our tools right here. We have the motive power bleeder. We have the little cup where all the brake fluid's gonna bleed into. And yeah, you're gonna need a lot of set of gloves. I'm on my third one now. So let's get to that. Put on these things real quick. You 100% want to be careful with this stuff because it is really bad for the paint. We're gonna put about a liter or a liter and a half into this, and then we're gonna pour as much as we can into the reservoir after we drain it. So let's go do that right now. All right, guys, we finally have the motive bleeder onto the reservoir right here. It's nice because this thing comes in like 2 parts, so that you can screw this in. This thing does not like bending. So, and then after that, I screwed it on over here. And what you want to do is build up to 15 to 20 pounds of pressure, just pumping it up, and 100% make sure everything's nice and tight. You don't want it to blow up everywhere. That would totally suck. And then after that, we're gonna connect the bleeder over here. So this is the first, oh, we're not starting with this one first. Remember, this one first. So let's pump the 15 pounds to 20 pounds and hopefully it doesn't explode everywhere. About 20 pounds of pressure. See the liquid flowing through there. It's kind of yellowish. That brand used to be blue. I wish it stayed blue, but we have our 11 millimeter in between. So we pop the cap, we put the 11 millimeter, and then we have the bottle hanging by the other thing right here, just to catch it all, and then just lefty loosey righty tighty. There you go. It's gonna be hard to tell because the liquid does still look clean, the old one. It is slightly more yellow. Now we're just gonna wait till it bleeds out, which might take a while. Pretty yellow actually. The one that we put is more like a clear yellow. Yeah, we're looking for a color change. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but we'll just, if it's hard to tell for you guys, what we're gonna do is just go through each and every one and just like bleed it out as much as we can, and then fill up the reservoir. All right, everybody, we're just almost about done with this one, and look, the fluid is already looking more and more clear as it empties out of each caliper. So we've already done the front one, doing the back one now. So the next one we're gonna move to is the front passenger side, and then finally the driver's side. But you want to keep an eye on the reservoir. Look at that, it's already getting pretty low. Luckily I still have half a liter left, and you want to keep an eye out on the pressure. You want to try to maintain anywhere from between 15 to 20 on each one. And with the Maserati, typically on a regular car like my brother's C250, it uses about 2 liters, but this one looks like it's using a little bit more brake fluid, maybe around 3. You're probably better off of buying like 3 liters of the DOT4, any type of DOT4 brake fluid. Almost done with this one, then move on to the next one. But that's pretty much it, guys. It's not a really hard process. It's more tedious, if anything, because you have to jack up the car, you have to take off all the rims, and then you have to go through each caliper, and it's pretty slow. The way it drains, really slow. But probably roughly like an hour job if you can, if you know what you're doing. For me, it's taking a little bit longer than that because I am vlogging on the way too, and cleaning up kind of like the other mess I made the other day doing everything else on this car. And be sure when you put on these tires back, we're gonna go over later. Please do a star pattern. Do that one, then that one, and that one, that one, that one, and then the torque. And then the correct torque is about 98 Newton meters when you put these bad boys back on. So you do need a torque wrench unless you decide to take this to a tire shop. Okay, you may run into this problem, you may not, but we're running out a little bit of the brake fluid. So what you want to do is slowly untighten this. I've already started untightening it. Can't really do that with one hand, but you want to slowly untighten it. Take this off, put more brake fluid, retighten it, and then pump up the pressure again to 20. We still got the 2 front calipers. That's why I want to put a little bit more. I should have put way more. The brake fluid doesn't look all that bad, but I decided to do it anyway just because we were already working on the car. We kind of wanted to make the video, so might as well, right? And since it's going to get alignment, they're going to be put back correctly and everything after. So yeah, we're almost done, but that's pretty much it, guys. So when you're done, you basically just want to unscrew this, slowly let the pressure off. Just be careful, it might spill everywhere. Take that off, screw it back in, put your tires on. But yeah, all right, fellas, we're finally on our last caliper, but I'm gonna walk you guys through it one more time just to reiterate everything. So what you want to do, you want to start with the front one, then the back one. We're gonna hang this by here, right there, and then essentially we're gonna take off this little cap right here. Kind of need like a little screwdriver they get under there, because it is kind of tough with just your fingers. And then now we're gonna want to put our little screwdriver here. Actually, you want to take that off first. Let's actually put this on the other one, and then put this on here, put this there, and then attach this on the top like so. You want to make sure your pressure is high enough. Right now it's about 10, so let's pump these numbers up a little bit. And then now what we're gonna do, and you're gonna start seeing the liquid pour out as I unscrew this thing into the little jar, and that's pretty much it. You want to wait. Mine's fairly hard to tell, so I'm just doing it for like a minute or two until I really see the liquid like kind of clear. It's pretty clear already because I guess my brake fluid was clean to begin with, but I wanted to make sure 100% that it's all good to go, because I am gonna, I do plan to track this eventually in the near future, so I'd rather just do it now. All right, everybody, thank you guys for watching. Just finished up the car. There's one more rim left that we pretty much have to torque. Remember, it's 98 Newton meters of torque for each nut. So I've already done all the other ones, and what you want to do is do it in a star pattern. So we're gonna go from here, there, 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 there. Okay, so I have my torque wrench right here set to 98, and you definitely don't want to drop this on the ground because then you're gonna have to get it recalibrated. If you have the stock Maserati rims, these are the MC. It's a 22 millimeter thingamajig. I'm so tired right now. After this, we're still gonna wash the car, and I have to replace the cabin air filter. It's not gonna be in the video though. But anyways, we're gonna do this. Let's just start with this one. Trying to do this all with one hand, and then you want to torque it. You want to until you hear 2 clicks, like that, and that's it. That's done. Then you got to move on to the next one and repeat the same process. Thank you guys for watching. Hope it was pretty easy. It's easy, but I think it's very tedious, especially if you don't really know how to work on these cars too well yet. I mean, if you do it once, the first time's always going to take so long, but the second, third time, it's going to be so easy. I'd definitely recommend doing it on your own, especially if you drive this car a lot like myself. I mean, 3 months already, 10,000 miles, so I'm going to have to do this again soon. But yeah, this car just needs an alignment now. And then I noticed that there's some pretty bad some bad wear on the inner portion of the tire right here. So when I get it aligned, I'm also gonna ask if they can have it set so the wear is evenly distributed, because I know, what do you call this, for Maseratis, they tend to, when it's set like that. I'm pretty tired, but anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode. Hope you guys learned a lot from this, as I did too. See you guys later. Peace out.